Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Facebook Live webinar with Queen's University Belfast. I will be your host today. My name is Bashir Ahmed. I am the founding director of BWBS Education Consultants. Today, we have the pleasure of having Mr. Ashish Vats from Queen's University of Belfast. Ashish, do you want to say hello to the audience?
Hello, everyone.
And Ashish is the regional manager for South Asia at Queen's University of Belfast. The good points, why you should go for Queen's University Belfast, you can see some important points on the top of the screen in different colors. And just to shed some light on who we are as an agency. So we are BWBS Education Consultants. One of the popular agencies based in the UK. We provide free counseling and full application support to place international students into UK universities. We are also a British Council certified agency and UCAS registered agency as well. Majority of our consultants are former international students who experienced the difficulties and opportunities UK higher education provides. So they come from a variety of nationalities and have been trained by our trusted university partners. Our head office is in London, and we speak 20 different languages across 15 plus branch offices in 12 countries globally. All our consultants are expertly trained to give you the best possible free, accurate, and impartial advice. BWBS represents 60 plus UK universities, and we have a 98% visa success rate and 99.6% student satisfaction rate. The services we offer include free one-to-one admission counseling, guaranteed scholarships, fast application processing and quick offer letters, university's own internal test, personal statement writing guidance, credibility and visa interview preparation guidance, visa application assistance, accommodation arrangement, airport pickup and career guidance. In terms of our branch offices, we have our branches in India, Pakistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Ghana, Morocco, and Philippines. And the head office is in London, UK. Now I will pass it over to Mr. Ashish Vats to introduce himself and Queen's University of Belfast and what they have in offering for September 2021 intake and beyond. So off you go, Ashish.
Thank you so much, Bashir. Hello, everyone. As Bashir has introduced, it is really our pleasure to be here on the session today with BWBS Solutions. We as Queen's University Belfast, as one of the Russell Group universities, would be happy to share all the information today regarding admissions, the various courses available, scholarship opportunities, and other USPs at the university. Let me just take you through quickly, and we would be definitely, when I say quickly, it is not that quick, like flash, but we would be leaving out some time for Q&A sessions, and I would be happy to take on your questions. So let me share my screen with you so that we can go through from the PPT. Perfect. All right. I hope you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see your screen. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Is it, Bashir? It is on full screen now.
It is on full screen now. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So here we can see the iconic, the name, everyone, Queen's University of Belfast. And when we speak about Belfast, it is one of the best study destinations across the UK. And we can see in this picture the vibrant city of Belfast, which is not many people know that, Belfast is also, among the top 10 fastest growing cities for foreign direct investment across the UK, right? So it is a very diverse city, welcoming city, which attracts a lot of foreign direct investment across the globe. So The purpose of when I say foreign direct investment, it is to make sure that where foreign direct investment is there, there are job opportunities. When we talk about return on investment, so employment opportunities are abundant for the students. On the next slide, we will just quickly go for a small video of the city Belfast, so that you guys can connect with this vibrant city of Belfast. That was a very quick glance on the city. Now we can see. I think this is very important to understand and know where exactly is the city placed, and also how well it is connected with the rest of the world. So if we can see, this is the map on the top right. Where it is very well connected with the rest of Europe and US or Canada itself as well. And on the left hand side in the circle, we can see the map of UK. All right. So it is. There are two airports in Belfast. One is a city airport, and then another one is international airport. And there are 74 direct flights from UK and US, Europe, from various other destinations also. Right. This is the exact, probably a more closer map of the city. When we say Belfast, Belfast is the capital city of Northern Ireland, right? And the green patch we are looking at here, this is Northern Ireland. So geographically we are aligned with Republic of Ireland, but politically into United Kingdom. So it's a 1 hour flight away from London. If we look at it, so 1 hour flight away from London. When we say uh, there are some USPs where specifically I would want to address here. Number one is when students are coming, especially from South Asia to going to UK, the parents always consider and think about the safety and well-being of their children, be it son or daughter. So Belfast is the safest region in UK. That is officially not what we are claiming. It is according to the UK crime stats. And the second biggest USP you could consider always as Belfast has got the lowest cost of living in the UK. So what does we mean by lowest cost of living? So lowest cost of living means you are even conservatively, you think you are going to save 4 to 5,000 pounds in a year on living expenses. Compare it to any other UK city. So let's say average London normally 1,200 to 1,500 pounds a month, and then other cities like Birmingham, Manchester, or bigger cities, 1,000 to 1,200 pounds a month you expect to spend on your living expenses. Once we come towards Belfast, the living expenses are approximately 600 pounds a month. So we can see how best it has come to Belfast, and that too without compromising on quality of education and quality of life. Yes, it's most. It is one of the most scenic, beautiful places. This is North Coast, and I saw another small video, guys, where I think some of the students are sharing their experience studying at Queen's University Belfast. This is something I really wanted you to have a quick look on this. And this is the last one.
I looked at all the universities across the world and all the universities in the United Kingdom. Queen's, I found, was the best option. That was providing almost everything that I aspire to.
In my time here as a Queen student, it's everything basically from A to Z has been brilliant.
Honestly, I would say I'm not homesick at all. My parents are asking me, when are you coming back? And I don't want to get back. I like it here.
It's not just the university, but the quality of education you get here. That's really helpful for me out there in the real world to compete with the best.
The exposure that I'll be getting here, I can't get that back in my own country because there the competition is regional or national. But when I come here, I get to compete globally.
I came through into Belfast, which was a great support for me. They guided me well, and after coming to my second year, I was very happy.
When you're changing your country for the first time, one of your major concerns is whether or not the place that you're going to is safe. Belfast is one of the safest cities in the world.
There are Indian shops and we can buy all our vegetables, all our spices.
I've been seeing some landscapes over here. I went to the Dunluce Castle. Besides that, I went to the Giant's Causeway. It was a beautiful landscape.
I actually thought I would come here and watch some films, and I've never been to Belfast or to Ireland. I'd like to shoot here in Ireland if the right kind of material comes up. A few days that I've been here, I've seen the people are really warm.
That's it. That's a little bit longer one, but I think that's worth it so that we could see the kind of experience the students are having at the university. This is, we will not spend too much of time. This is the Queen's Northern Ireland residence. Again, as we mentioned, it is the diverse and welcoming city. This is still talking about Belfast and the happiest city in the UK. As I was referring to number one in UK for attracting foreign investment outside of London, So there are a lot of companies, be in the pharma sector, pharma and biotech sector, or software industry, or the construction industry, all right, and fintech research companies. So Belfast is the hub for all these kind of opportunities. The city is made of 7 quarters. One is Titanic Quarter on the left, top left, if you see, because certain things when we are looking at, okay, what exactly is there other than studies. So people do not know much about this, but Titanic ship was built and designed in Belfast. So this is Titanic Quarter, Cathedral Quarter, Lenin Quarter. This is the University Quarter. Bottom left, we see the iconic Lenin building, and bottom right, Botanical Gardens, city center. Now about Queen's University Belfast. We are the 9th oldest UK university and a member of a prestigious Russell Group. Within the Russell Group itself, when we speak about Russell Group, there are 24 universities in the Russell Group, which includes Oxford, Cambridge, LSE, Imperial, Warwick, all these UCL top-notch universities. We are ranked 8th for research intensity within the Russell Group. So that shows the university's quality, as well as the university's important work going on in various spheres, because we have 4 global research institutions at the university as well. If we broadly divide the university, there are broadly 3 faculties. We have medicine, health, and life sciences, under which we have 4 schools: biological sciences, medicine, dentist, and biomedical sciences, School of Pharmacy, and School of Nursing and Midwifery. Faculty of Engineering, Physical Sciences, there are 6 schools. The most important ones, as we can resonate ourselves, electronics and electrical engineering and computer science, mechanical and aerospace engineering, mathematics and physics, under which your data sciences and material sciences comes in. Then you have natural and built environment, under which you have architectures, construction, project management, civil engineering, all such programs, psychology, and then chemical and chemistry. Arts, humanities, and social sciences, the third one, where we have 7 schools. And prominent ones, especially from South Asia, we get students. And I think the students' inclination towards applying our management school, School of Law. Then you have Arts, English, and Languages. But there are, other than that, we have Leadership Institute, as well as History, Anthropology, Philosophy, and Politics, and George J. Mitchell Institute for Global Peace and Social Justice. So there are some top programs I would like to just mention here. But guys, please don't think that these are the only programs. We choose based on the South Asian taste, all right, and the kind of students who have applied. But we can always refer to the website. What are the programs available at the university? So MBA is there, MSc Accounting and Finance, International Business, Marketing, LLM Human Rights, Criminal Justice, English Creative Writing. All these programs are available for September 21. Even if someone wants to apply, we can definitely apply to these programs. Then under Engineering Physical Sciences, we have these programs: Applied Cybersecurity with Internship. This program is almost full now. We are not accepting application. However, we are still accepting applications for MSc Mechanical Engineering with Management. Again, it's a 2 years program. MSc Electronics with Internship, 2 years program. Then Construction Project Management is full. Material Science, we are again accepting the applications. For under Medicine, Health, and Life Sciences, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, we are accepting applications. Molecular Pathology of Cancer. Then you have Pharmaceutical Analysis with Internship, Industrial Pharmaceutics. We are still accepting Public Health, Global Public Health. So these are some of the courses which comes with 1 year of internship, where the students have an opportunity to complete and do a second year internship with the industry. So it could be depending on the courses and depending on the industry. You can do within UK itself, you can do outside UK as well. So that depends on the opportunity. So that gives the students the kind of exposure, all right, which we as a student are seeking to enhance our professional career, and also to learn whatever has been taught during the first academic year at the university. Now, coming to the entry requirements, most of our programs in UK standard, for I would say 90% of our programs, it is 2:1, which is, I think it may vary from country to country also. Let's say for India, if we look at it, so it is 60% in your bachelor's, or first division, and if there are private universities we are talking about, then it could be from 6.5 CGPA to 7.5 CGPA. From Bangladesh, normally, like we are looking for 3.2 CGPA out of 4 and a master's degree. But from public universities and some private universities, we accept 4 years bachelor's also, which on the website we have given the universities like North South University, some kind of universities we have already mentioned on that. And Nepal also we accept the 4 years bachelor's degree. There are few courses where we accept 2:2, which is 55% or 2.9, I would say, in case of other countries. But 55, basically it has to be good second division, and it has to be mentioned on the website on your degree certificate. That is, the student has achieved this much of grades, so that we will accept the student. So there are few courses, for example, psychology, MSc Psychological Sciences, Masters in Management, Software Development, Electronics. There are few courses where we accept 2:2. What is the fees and scholarship? Now we have broadly 3 types of tuition fees, especially for postgrad. If we are talking about, so there are courses which are classroom based, so for which the tuition fees is £17,700. So when I say classroom based courses, which are more which are less inclined towards labs, right? For example, masters in anthropology, you have masters in construction project management, all right? So English, poetry, LLM, law courses. So these kind of courses, £17,700, and lab-based courses, £21,400 for the whole course, which are predominantly like masters in applied cybersecurity, molecular biology and biotechnology, electronics, mechanical engineering with management. So where there is a lab component. Premium programs here we means business programs. So masters in marketing to international business, all these programs. So £19,900 to £22,000. This is the tuition fees. For MBA, it is £25,000. We do have various scholarships are available for international students, for starting from £2,000 to £3,000. It all depends on which course we have applied and whether we have accepted the course or not. So it varies, and we can always help you out and clarify, the kind of scholarship you would be able to get. The next scholarship, which is mentioned, Vice Chancellor Attainment Scholarship, the deadline is all over. That is not available. However, we have early bird reward, which we call it, which we have 10% on the total, with 10% on the net tuition fees after the scholarship. For example, I'll give you an example. If a student's tuition fees is £20,000, you get a £3,000 scholarship, then your net tuition fees become £17,000. And if you hold the unconditional offer letters, so unconditional means there is no condition on your offer, and you wish to pay this £17,000, all right, there is a stipulated, there would be a stipulated date mentioned on your offer, all right. Once you get the unconditional, within 5 days you will have to do that. You will get £1,700 discount. So you minus this amount and then pay the remaining £15,300 as a full fee. So altogether it could be bursary and tuition scholarship £4,700, so which is a huge amount, all right, considering especially many of the students take education loans also. English language requirements, we do need IELTS, and I have come across with this request from many of the students that even in, like, be it India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, that IELTS dates are not, we are not getting the IELTS date. So in lieu of IELTS, we also accept Duolingo, we also accept PTE, Pearson, we also accept TOEFL also. So just to mention, and these are mentioned on our website page also. We also accept English language waiver for CBSE in India and ICSE boards if a student has scored 70% more than 17 in class 12th English. So this is also, and you can always check it out with me whether the student would be eligible for an English waiver or not. And along with that, IB boards and students from Cambridge boards. I want to also mention here, we do have undergrad programs available in all the fields, be it engineering, be it, in engineering like computer science, chemical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, aerospace engineering, all programs undergrad comes with 4 years, where 1 year is a sandwich year. So first 2 years you study, third year you go and work within the industry, fourth year you come back and complete your studies. So 4 years options. Also for management programs, you have be it bachelor's in finance, actual science and risk management, or bachelor's in business management, all programs with 1 year of internship. And then if you go towards uh, medicine, dentistry, and biological sciences, you have human biology, marine biology, biomedical sciences, biological sciences, uh, chemical biology, biochemistry also. So all these options are also available. And then you have scholarships available for all the undergrad programs also. When we speak about accommodation, accommodation is provided to all the students on campus. This is guaranteed to all international students, and you can apply to 6 to 7 different type of accommodations. We are ranked also third in all the UK universities for accommodation, right? That is according to International Student Barometer. 24/7 accommodation, safety team is available at accommodation, and it varies from which accommodation you are choosing. You can go onto the website and check your accommodation. But one thing is for sure, that you all will get a guaranteed accommodation. These are some of the pictures. This is city center accommodation, and some inside pictures of the accommodation, right? Before reaching out to Q&A session, I would also like to mention about one point where I want to explain the situation about COVID as well. And some students do ask whether the classes would be online or face-to-face in September 21 intake. So at the moment, we are preparing, university's commitment is there. We are preparing for face-to-face classes at the university campus. We are preparing all the classrooms, all other facilities according to face-to-face. Yes, however, we will we will take the advice from the UK government, and after evaluating the situation at that point of time, also taking the guidance from the health department. How? So that as we all know, that the situation is fragile for COVID. But if you look at the UK, they expect to get vaccinated whole of population by end of July, or probably by August itself. So there is no reason that we would not be able to start classes face to face. That is what our preparation. But we will take the decision at that point of time, if at all situation changes, right? One more thing I would like to mention about the new rule of the UK government, that we know that Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, all these countries are under red list for travel. So any student who has to travel to UK and coming to Belfast, you will have to mandatory do your 10 days quarantine at probably in London, Manchester, whichever city you are coming from, landing in, and then you're reaching to Belfast. And there is a cost involved with, which is £1,750. So university has decided to refund this £1,750 to all the students coming from the red list countries. Once you complete your quarantine of 10 days, you reach to the university, we will refund this amount to all of the students upon providing the receipts. So that's it from my side, and we would go for Q&A session now, and I'm happy to take all the questions. Thank you so much. Over to you, Bashir.
Thank you, Ashish. I think your internet, I'm losing you at times.
Oh, is it?
Not sure if you can hear me.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you very well.
Can you hear me, Ashish?
I can hear you very well, Bashir.
Right. Okay. Right. There are certain things I wanted to ask you. Say, for example, if someone submits an application, how long does it take to get the offer letter or the decision on the application?
All right, Bashir, see, when we speak, when we say submitting an application, so what happens at our university campus, we, if all the documents and everything has been submitted, so they goes from, what do you say, initial check and everything. We try to get the decision as soon as possible, but normally I would say at least 3 working weeks it takes at times. But we have been able to get decision within 1 week and 2 weeks as well. Hello, Bashir, can you hear me? I think it's your net, Bashir.
Yeah, I can.
Mine,
I'm not sure. There are some technical difficulties.
yeah, my net is working fine. I've checked, Bashir, so I
Can
think
you
it
hear
may
me
be that
now?
side. Yeah.
I think something wrong. Yeah, maybe something wrong at my end. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
anyways, so we are looking at how long does it take normally
So normally two to
to
four
get an
weeks,
application
two to
decision?
four,
Because I
two
missed
to
that.
four weeks
You
working.
say.
Yeah, 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 Bashir, 2 to 4 weeks. It depends. Yeah, so we would try to, because there are some courses where the decision has been taken by the course director, where there might be slight more time. When it is with admissions, probably, and all the documents are there, we try to get as soon as possible.
Great. Okay, that's good. Another thing about the English language requirements and entry requirements, you've given detailed information. Is it possible to show the viewers where to go on the website to find these out? Although we as an agent can help them, but if you can
Yeah.
show them where to go on the website, so sometimes it will help them to understand the process and to know
Yeah.
how they will be accepted or not.
Yeah, absolutely, Bashir. Let me share my screen. I think that would be really useful to everyone. All right, so let me see just a minute. All right, I hope my screen is visible now. Does it?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So now for everyone, I think just
it
what to
is
do it is
visible.
let's. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
need to go to qub.ac.uk. This is the website. All right. If we scroll it down, this page will open, and then we go to search courses. Here we click on it, search courses, and then for any course, even with your team as well, Bashir. So on the right hand side, we can see undergrad. We can select anyone, and then you have alphabetically all the courses for undergrad and postgrad also. We can select postgrad. So this is how it. Let's say accounting and finance. We click on it, all right, and then we can see, all right, this is overview of the program, course content, and entry requirements. So this is the entry requirement, and also you can check by country wise also. You can go to your country. However, let's say for English language, this is the English language requirement, and we can go by this English language requirement on this page. You click on this, and then we can see here, all right, so these are the accepted English language qualifications. All right, this is in lieu of 6 bands. What we require, what are the, like, this is Cambridge Advanced, Cambridge Proficiency, also the score. All right, ESOL, Duolingo test, how much we require, Pearson, what is the score. So everything we can see over here. Yeah. All right. I think Bashir, we lost you again. So I hope the audiences whosoever are here. Bashir, here you
Yeah,
come. I
yeah.
think there is
I
some.
think there is some problem at my office block. There is a roadworks going, and there are
All right,
interruptions
all right.
in the
No
morning.
worries, Bashir. I think the session is going live, and I think all the other audiences who are there, so I could show them where to go, and I think the team also for the English language requirement where they can look at it, and also even if they want to find about undergrad courses where they can look at postgrad courses taught and PG research also. So it's very simple, so they can go through that.
Okay, and COVID information you have covered well enough. So it
Yeah.
could be blended learning, but it will depend on the UK
Yeah.
government
Yeah,
policies.
you can. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because at the moment we are planning, even every day when we speak to the academics and to the people at the university. So it is face-to-face learning we are looking at. Yes, there may be some modules for certain courses. It could be they will, they would offer them like with blended, but most probably it would be, I would say 90% it would be all delivered face-to-face, going by the UK government's guidelines.
Great. Okay. Now I think we should pull up the comments or the questions that the
Yeah.
audience is asking. So
Yeah.
we're moving into that phase now. I'll show you the
Yeah.
comments one by one, and we'll try to answer them together.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first comment question: do you offer any internal English test, and what's the test fee? Lots of test centers are closed. What should we
No,
do?
we don't offer any internal, especially for South Asia test, because that's a different process altogether. So unfortunately, no internal English test we offer to the students from South Asia.
Okay, but there are lots of other alternatives. So,
They
for
can go for,
example,
yes,
yeah,
Duolingo, PTE, TOEFL.
later,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and Duolingo is also accepted. So,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
online tests are available, so you can go for that, Anna, and then once you
Yes.
have your test report, contact us, and we'll try to help you. The
Yes.
next question: do you accept more than 10-year study gap with relevant managerial work experience for MBA courses?
Absolutely, there's no problem. We don't consider that as a gap. That is, someone is working. Gap is there where someone is not doing anything. So predominantly, when we say and talk about gap, it means the student have tried their luck for Canada or US, all these countries. So then I think that comes as a gap. But for UK, they consider this as an added advantage to the student if you have, after your education, you have working experience. So absolutely fine. There's no problem.
Okay. I think there is a misconception among the students. A lot of universities, they have this policy, say, even if they have relevant work experience, the gap is a gap. But obviously, if the gap is explained, the
Yeah.
gap means the academic gap. Actually, it doesn't mean
Academic,
that
yes, yeah, yeah,
Queens will
absolutely,
accept that you don't do anything and then they will accept. It's not that. As long as the gap is justified, there shouldn't be a
justified.
problem. Yeah.
Absolutely, as long as you are justifying your gap, that let's say you are after your graduation, you are working, you started working with one company, you've been working for last 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, or 12 years, even I would say, there's no problem. But if you are not able to justify that after your graduation for 3, 4, 5 years, you have not been able to do anything, and then you says, I want to go. I think that is not justified and could create a problem. But with continuously someone working, there is no problem. Yes.
Well explained. Thank you, Ashish. Next question: past degree pass course, BSc 2020, whereas my subject was physics, botany, zoology. Also SSC 2013, HSC 2015 science, and got 4.5 in SSC, I think, yeah, and then HSC 3.75. Is it possible without IELTS to get admission?
No, IELTS is definitely required. Without IELTS, it's not possible.
Yeah, but there are alternative tests, as we
Yeah.
mentioned before.
Yes.
Online tests are also accepted, like Duolingo,
Yes.
IELTS Indicator, PTE Online.
Yes. Yes.
All those
Yes.
are accepted. Yeah. Next question from Harminder Sethi. If a candidate has done 3-year diploma course in nursing, is it possible that he gets direct admission in the second year of undergraduate in public health course?
So, Harminder, that depends on the modules which has been covered during these 3 years diploma. The admissions team will have to evaluate the application. We have, in the past, for especially for engineering programs, a lateral entry. When we say second year entry, we have students from across South Asia, I would say, and India also. Students got it, but it all depends on what has been covered, and admissions will evaluate and sending it across to the faculties, especially to the school. Once the school, the course director says yes, we are happy about it, then there is no problem. I hope you. I did you get that, Bashir? Answer.
Yeah, yeah. So, say for example, for this candidate, if she's asking about the top-up program probably or the one-year exemption, what about the
Yeah.
direct entry, direct bachelor application?
See, normally we accept if the student is only applying to QUB, then only we accept direct applications, as it has to be through UCAS. So all the applications. Student has to submit all the modules been covered during the diploma, and then school has to take a call whether it matches with the curricula at the university. Then only it is that second year entry. Else they will give offer only first year entry.
So next question, I have been pursuing my bachelor's. I have planned to study in the UK for master's. Now I'm doing BCA as a distance education, which will complete in 2022. So I'm confused. So I'm considered in this university for any program? Distance learning, whether it is accepted or not, that's probably the question.
That is one thing, and which university you are doing distance learning, what you are covering. It is on I would say case on case basis, I would say, for distance learning. And also BCA we need to see, because of how what modules are you covering during BCA. We have this is bachelor's in computer application, but whether it is like programming languages you are covering, what grades you are getting, it all depends on that. So 2022, I think from in September 2021, we can start looking and exploring this. Then we have all the list and everything, the courses and offerings available for all the students.
Yeah, so I think Vigneshwar is planning well in advance, although the
Yeah.
course is going to finish 2022, which is a good sign. But yeah, do keep in touch with us. Once you
Yeah.
complete them, we'll have a clearer picture. Then
Yeah.
would be able to advise better.
Absolutely.
Next question, do you have any master's courses with placement? If yes, how do I find those out?
Sajid, I think we need to understand first what master's courses you're looking at, your background. Uh, when we say internship, because I think definitely, let's say you've done bachelor's in computer science or you've done your master's in bachelor's in management, you should be asking, you have any internship course in management or related to my course. We do have master's courses with placement also available. There are a few courses available in different faculties, and those can be found on our website. So if you could have provided, and probably with the team at BWBS, you can provide the team what is your bachelor's into. They can definitely help you out, and they can connect you with us also, and then we can take it further. All right, Bashir, I think again there's some. So my engineering percentage was 78% with distinction. And as per the entry requirement, I have eligible for Queen's Institute. What's the maximum scholarship I will get? So, Sudalai, your engineering, that's perfectly fine. But what course you want to apply, we need to also check it out, and which year. So we have various scholarships available. It could be £2,000, it could be £3,000, and then if you club it with, if you can club it with early bird reward, it can go further as well. So it depends what course you are looking at, and if you are looking at September 21, we need to see whether we have still that course available or not. So if you can probably get in contact with the team, and then we can definitely guide you. There are scholarships available up to £3,000, and then you can, club it with the early bird reward. It could be 4.5 to almost £5,000.
So how much does it come up to if the early bird is mixed up with the actual normal scholarship?
So roughly 3,500 to £4,800, depending on the course, Bashir. So
okay.
Yeah, depending on the course.
Okay. Right. Next question. What's the foundation or bachelor course tuition fees, and how much deposit? I think the main question is deposit for CAS for Bangladeshi students.
Yeah. So for all the students, deposit for CAS is £2,500. However,
Okay.
for foundation, it would vary. depending on that. But for bachelor's, master's program, all courses, £2,500 deposit is required for the CAS.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that. What kind of scholarships are offered? Well,
As I
the school
explained,
links that we've already explained that. It's available on the website, various scholarships available. And there are some deadlines as well, so you might as well check those. Some of the scholarship deadlines have already passed. Next question, what is the minimum score required in Duolingo for undergraduate courses?
All right, so depending on the course, again, if the requirement is, I would say, the requirement is 6 bands, then we are looking at 95 score overall, and then minimum score no less than 85 in any of the subject. And then 105 to 110 in lieu of 6.5 band IELTS. Okay, so that is there, and then again, no section should be less than 85.
Right. Okay. Right. So it depends. So 105 is probably the overall required, and then
105, and no section should be less than 85.
No section should be less than 85. So hope that answers your questions. Question Nitu. Next question. This is Abhishek. Will Duolingo be accepted? Yes, it will be accepted. He's asking about next intakes. We don't know about next, but September definitely it will be accepted.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Kaz, hi, I'm from Sri Lanka. Do you take people without IELTS? No. One form of test is required.
I mean, if you are from Sri Lanka, as you said, if you've done your A levels from Cambridge or IB, then there might be an exempt. Then it would be exempted, depending if you scored good in your English in through Cambridge or IB.
Okay, right. So this is a very good piece of information. So for Sri Lankan students at Cambridge and IB, what is the grade that is required? Do you know?
So if we look at it varies from course to course also. Again, normally when we look at, there are two things. So if we look at Cambridge proficiency also, let's say qualification, and Cambridge advanced, right? Normally it is 169 overall with no less than 162. So it varies also, Bashir. Like IB, if we look at international baccalaureate, all right, where the students have in their English, like HL, I would say 6 or even 5 they have in English, even 5, that would be accepted. Like standard level 5 for 6 band, standard level 5 for 6.5 bands also. So that would be that would be accepted.
But anyway, I think this information should be available on the course page on the requirement section.
So basically, if you say Cambridge, so University of Cambridge international examinations, like basically grade C, all right. So that is grade C in English, and 5 in HB, 5 for IB. So that is there. And if I just shared on the English language proficiency page, there it is also mentioned.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Next question, Lokesh Kumar. I had received offer letter from Queen's. I had applied for scholarship around 10,000. Now I have received 3,000. Can I get more scholarship?
No, I think 10,000 is not possible, Lokesh, because it seems that you may have applied for probably 10,000. Which scholarship you applied?
I think the 50% probably.
That's a Vice Chancellor scholarship, and that is merit-based, very competitive scholarship, Lokesh. When we say there are only 4 for all international students across the globe, so it is on completely merit-based. Yes, there may be some good students who are applying from across the globe. Some students just miss it just by a whisker, but we don't have any say in that. There is a jury and committee which sits and evaluate all these applications.
Okay,
so that result is still to be out
altogether from the entire world.
Entire world. So the results are yet to be out. Who knows? You may get it, Lokesh.
Okay, right. It's a separate application, by the way. They have to
It is
make a
separate.
separate
Yes,
application for the
yes,
Vice Chancellor Scholarship.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Next question, any work experience required for management courses?
Not exactly, but for MBA we need 5 years of work experience. For other management courses, we don't need work experience specifically. But if anyone has, that would be an added advantage.
Right, okay. Only for MBA?
Yes, only for MBA.
Next question, what is the fee structure of medical courses? I think he's talking about MB.
We don't offer MD for international students at the moment. UG medicine is offered for international students, but MD is not offered at the moment.
Okay, MB, I think also the deadline has passed. I believe for September intake.
September, yes.
So you can only if you're thinking about MD, then definitely next September is the intake that will be available.
Yes.
September it's gone.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Deadline has passed. Yeah. Next question from Jitin. What are the placement services available after graduation? Also, will there be any support in finding part-time jobs while studying?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, we do have careers. Yeah, we do have career skills and employment office at the university campus, which not only provides the students assistance on full-time opportunities, but also part-time opportunities. And also, just to mention, any student who enrolls at the university, you get a login for an employment portal kind of this, say, My Future. So every international student gets it, and then you start getting the opportunities according to your trade also for full-time and internship opportunities, as well as the part-time opportunities which are available within the university campus as well as outside the campus as well. So it is not that you get support from the very beginning.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Lokesh again. After completing my course in MSc Advanced Food Safety, what will be my? Can I get placement? Is there a placement available for this course? That's
No,
probably the question.
not for this course. It would be full-time opportunities available. This course is 1 year, but I think Lokesh must have done his own homework as well. He must be knowing that we have Institute for Global Food Security at one of the research centers at our university campus, and Professor Chris Elliott is the head of that one, which is one of the renowned food science professor across Europe. Not only in UK, is a renowned professor across Europe, and he's been into various UK government's committees, been placed there to investigate the food adulteration and various other aspects. So yes, so industry interface is there. So there is a good opportunity of students getting full-time opportunities, after this course.
Okay. So this will be for you to discuss with your tutor during the course, probably the best way forward, I guess.
Absolutely.
Next question.
No, I think I don't get it. International business management. Okay, international business application got rejected. It depends on how your application got rejected. Was it because of the grades percentage you have in your bachelor's? So I think if you can share your profile with the team and then they can get back to me, I would try to look at it and then could guide further on that.
Yeah, I remember this candidate. I will be in touch with you, Israel. I think I can find out the reason, and then we will see if we can apply for MBA. Suganthi, can I get 50% scholarship for management program? It's very competitive. We've already discussed this. Four from the entire world. So, if you got an offer, say apply for the scholarship because the application is separate for Vice Chancellor scholarship. And then if you have good luck, then you might get it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a compliment, not a question. Thank you for detailed information, Vishal Shah.
Oh, that's
Thank you, Vishal.
That's great.
Ramandeep, any help being given for quarantine period for red list country?
Yeah, I think help is you will get definitely the guidelines from the UK government, and we will share all the students with all the students also. And there would be a thorough guideline with various agencies are involved in it. Even with the airlines you are traveling from, we will be giving you the guideline. But the important thing is that university is going to refund the quarantine period amount, which is 1,750 pounds for all the students coming from red list countries. So that is there from the university side, and yes, definitely there would be help and assistance would be provided. All right.
Right. Next questions. So can I apply for foundation for IT? How much will be the cost?
So
Foundation
yeah,
for
foundation.
IT.
Yeah, I think that has to be through into. It didn't mention about that. That has to be through into Bashir, and it varies bachelor's or master's. But normally it is approximately 17,000-18,000 pounds for the foundation, and then there would be
Right.
scholarship also.
Okay.
So students going for foundation year, they would have an added advantage that they would have scholarship for the foundation year. Then when they're progressing, they would have another scholarship also.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Next question. Do you offer top-up courses? I'm interested in bachelor 1 year top-up course. Um,
Uh,
uh, is
what?
there any?
Yeah. Go ahead, Bashir.
Yeah, say for example, the top, is there any, say if a student wants to do a business management top up, is there, for some universities, they don't have separate top up courses running,
We
right?
don't. We
What
don't.
is it in Queens?
We
You
don't
don't
need
have
that.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Next question, Suganti again, sir, kindly give details about scholarship for management program. Scholarship, I think we've covered well enough,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The breakdown of the fees, how much it can be maximum. Then there is 50% vice chancellor. We've covered all these things. I think this questions was stated before we covered those, maybe. Yeah. But anyway, Suganti, just go back to the video. You will see detailed information on scholarship.
Yeah.
And if you have any doubt, that the numbers are down below, you can contact any of our branch officers, and they will be able to help you as well. Um, Next question, do you have foundation? If yes, are students required UKVI IELTS and they can apply with academic
Yes.
IELTS? So yeah,
UKVIIs.
whether it's dealt or not, that's what the question is. It's UKVI IELTS for foundation, you definitely need it. Normal academic IELTS would be fine if it is overall 6 and no component below 5.5, I guess. Right.
Yeah, so it has to be UKVI IELTS, and predominantly when we say normal academic IELTS, that would be for those students who are applying through into Queens for international year one. So international year one in engineering, where they get joint CAS, because that CAS has been issued by the university. So then normal academic IELTS would be fine. But else for foundation courses, it has to be UKVI IELTS.
Okay. So say if someone is missing the academic requirement for bachelor and they
Yes.
want to go for
Yes.
foundation, and then they have 6 normal academic IELTS 6 and no component below 5.5, still they will require UKVI for foundation.
Yes. For foundation, even into suggest we should go for UKVI IELTS for visa purposes. That's better to go for UKVI IELTS if it is foundation. But if it is international year one diplomas, then they may accept the normal academic one.
Yeah. With the joint CAS.
Yes, with the joint case, absolutely.
Okay. Right. I hope that answers your question, Charmin. Next question, for medical program, UCAT exam is there. Yeah,
Yes.
UCAT is a requirement. You have to do it, and the next intake is September 2022. So
Yeah.
21 applications are now closed for medical, and UCAT is necessary. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I have 82% in higher second. Oh, so he's just following up. So I have 82% in higher secondary. With this, am I eligible to apply or need to take other tests like IELTS?
Lokesh, you need to get in touch with the team. You can't keep on asking here. Why I'm saying this is we need to know 82% from which board you have in higher secondary. We don't accept all other boards in India. You have to be very specific about that. So he can share his scores. Yeah. Is there any scholarship for specific country or specific course? How can I find? I think we just covered the scholarship also. That would be mentioned on the website, Abdul. So especially if let's say you are from Bangladesh, there is no problem. We would have international office scholarships are available. All right. So there are few country specific scholarships are also there. All right. But for South Asia predominantly, it is more or less same.
Next question from Sudalai Raja Raman. Sir, I'm looking for electric vehicle technology or future vehicle technology. Is there any related course like this?
No, we don't offer this course at the moment.
Okay. So that's the end. That should be the end because we have crossed an hour now, so running short of time. There are more questions coming like this one. How many days I have to quarantine? These are available on the UK government website and also on our website, bwbsedu.com. There is a separate section for UK government rules about COVID-19 update. So check there. You should be able to find out. Unfortunately, we have to stop here because we're running out of time and a lot of questions have been answered already. Before we go, just wanted to hear from Ashish. Any concluding remark, Ashish?
No, thank you so much, Bashir. I think it was a really good interactive session where we had the opportunity to answer the questions and various doubts from the students from across the region. I would be more than happy to help all the students. You can reach out to BWBS Solutions for any future queries coming in from you from different countries. I hope the details are going, underneath. I've been going through phone numbers, email IDs. So please get in contact with them. And we would be looking forward to welcome you at Queen's University Belfast for September 21. If the courses are available, we do have still courses available for September 21. We are accepting applications. We are issuing the cash letters also. So we can make it fast. So please get in contact. And then we may have, I will share some information to you in coming days, Bashir. We may have couple of, maybe 2, 3, 4 courses for January intake, for which I will share the information with you, what courses are available. Thank you so much for all the...
Thank you very much, Ashish, and we hope to meet you some other time, maybe for January intake, and see where we are. And all the best wishes for you, and thank you ever so much for joining today.
Thank you so much, Bashir. Really pleasure and looking forward. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.